What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're doing well. We got a great post by this ex-user Brito XRPL. And what they did is they combed through a bunch of Ripple's job postings and they've aggregated a lot of the data, probably using AI. And I think they've given us some insights. It's titled Ripple's Master Plan, kind of a peek behind the curtain. So we'll go through those stats. Really, really interesting. Big things on the horizon. And spoiler alert, big banks are back in play. Also, Raoul Pal, he has some charts. We'll go over some clips of his. He is saying that SWI is going to outperform XRP. But if you're an XRP investor, his analysis is not bearish. And I think it's pretty interesting. We'll dig into it. Got a couple things to cover. Let's look at this post first here, though, by Brito XRPL. And this is not Arthur Brito. I believe this individual runs a meme coin on First Ledger, but they've been doing some great posting here lately of taking all this data and kind of aggregating it and presenting it in a really useful way. We see after deep diving Ripple's jobs postings, I found some fascinating breadcrumbs about where they're headed. So breaking down the raw numbers. Number one, 54% is in engineering roles. And this is really good because I'll tell you why. You don't want to see all the hiring in marketing, these executives that sit up in ivory towers and pull big salaries. You want people out there building the future. And over half of their hirings are doing exactly that. 9 global locations. So, of course, this is an entity, an enterprise that's global in scale. And this to me is really exciting. 63% of the roles are located in San Francisco, London, and New York. Why does that matter? I think it shows they had kind of stopped hiring in the US, and 2 of those top 3 are in the US, San Francisco and New York. So with a new administration, likely better regulations on the near horizon, they're pulling more employees here out of the US market. I think it shows they're going to expand here in a big way in 2025 and 2026. Now, a direct quote from the sales director posting: identify and secure commercial relationships with Ripple customers, including, and this is important, large global banks and regional banks. So we know they had moved away from that, looking at SMEs and these payment processors, and those are important too. And those might be the seeds of what you're trying to build, but they really need to, go back to these very large institutions, these big global banks, and it looks like they're going there. Exciting stuff here. They're hiring custody experts that can bridge the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. And we know every big player out there in TradFi wants in on institutional DeFi. That's the key. They can't just go on these, DeFi systems that we use. They need compliant systems. They need secure systems. That's what Ripple's building out. Multiple roles for tier 1 institutions is targeted customers. So we've seen over the years, Ripple used to really lean on the Bank of Americas, and the Santanders. And over time, it's become the Bitsos and the FOMO pays. I think we're going to see that quality of partner go back up into big players, which will be bullish for both Ripple and XRP in my viewpoint here. Now, number 2, RLUSD going institutional. Here's the receipts. One of the hiring for staff software engineers focused on tokenization capabilities. And Ripple's going to do a lot of stuff in the tokenization of real-world assets. There's a lot of demand there. And we're not just talking about dollar bills. This could be securities, stocks, bonds, real estate, precious metals, all sorts of stuff. Huge market there for the taking. And you best believe they're going to jump in there and compete. Now, multiple positions mention stablecoin infrastructure, so that's a big area of their focus. In a direct quote, building infrastructure to tokenize, store, and settle value in a simple, secure, and compliant way. So that's going to be the key. Can you build out institutional systems that have a compliance-first focus? Otherwise, these big players, they're not going to adopt this technology. It's just not going to happen. I'll link the post down below. A lot of great stuff here. Massive custody push, Asia-Pacific expansion, huge for Ripple, huge for blockchain, of course, enterprise, product suites, all sorts of stuff. Really interesting. Go through this, take a look. They did a great job here aggregating all this data. Now, here's Raoul Pal. So the point of this first post is he feels that SWI is going to outperform XRP during the rest of this bull run. Let's listen to what he says, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
Sorry, XRP has been super strong, but really what we've seen is the upward trend of SWI outperformance. We hit the bottom of the trend channel, and we're likely to outperform XRP going forwards again in that ongoing relative outperformance. Again, that's not saying XRP goes down, but I'm just giving you the perspective of these cross rates so you understand the nuance of markets, because really a lot of people have too much assets spread across too many things. When you start comparing one asset to the other, you can actually narrow it down and concentrate your bets into bets that really matter. Sorry.
So I would say what he's saying is wrong there in a lot of ways. SWI probably will outperform XRP. It's a coin that's in the bottom 20 of market cap rankings. It's going to be moving up the charts. I'm sure it will vastly outperform XRP, but XRP has a lot larger market cap. In a bear market, it's likely to hold up better. When institutions, when they're investing in Bitcoin, they understand that you can almost throw a dart at the crypto space and get something that's going to outperform from now to the top of the market. And if we all knew when the top of the market was, well, that'd be fine. We could do exactly that, but you don't. And so that's kind of when you get a large market cap crypto like XRP. I think it will outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of growth percentage. But if you do overshoot this sucker and you're still holding that coin, it's probably going to do a lot better in a bear market, retaining its value. There's a lot more protection there than some of your coins that are, lower down the rankings. You even saw last time with Solana, it went ripping up way up in the market cap, and as long as you sold, you made a lot of money. But during the bear market, it fell all the way to number 17. Unfortunately, we never get that opportunity with XRP. It doesn't fall that far down. So I think when you're building out your portfolio, there's a reason to have your Bitcoins, Ethereums. XRP gives us a great chance to outperform those assets right now, but a lot more protection versus a SWI or some other coin like that. I love those emerging coins, those new assets, those ones that are going to really do well during this bull run. And I have those in my portfolio, but I wouldn't swap out, all of your higher end cryptocurrencies just because they'll outperform, because I think you need a mixture here. And again, XRP already has done very well and will continue to do so. And I think it has a place in that portfolio. It's why I have it myself. Let's listen to this second clip here, specifically talking about XRP charts.
Okay, next chart, XRP itself, fabulous pattern. Look at wedge after wedge after wedge after wedge. So we're just building another wedge now, ready for the next break higher. So that move is clearly not done. If you look at the weekly chart of XRP, it's a stunner. This massive 7-year wedge is broken. Who knows where this chart goes to? It's very powerful. But then go back to that chart of SWI versus XRP, and it's suggesting that SWI should even outperform this. So that's the perspective I have. Now, it's not always going to.
He gets on to say it's not always going to play out like that, and I agree. It won't. It probably will, but not always. So he admits XRP's chart looks great. Its fundamentals look great. It's going to rock and roll here. It's got a lot more upside potential. It's going to do well this bull run, which we haven't even started really getting into that crazy zone. You'll see. It's going to be big. And, it doesn't bother me if you think SWI is going to outperform or other assets. Maybe they do. But, the higher they come up the market ranks, like we saw Solana, it kind of topped out and then boom, XRP went right by it. I think you need a mixture of these assets in your portfolio. And I would not be swapping out all my XRP for some of these lower ranking coins. Yes, they'll give you better performance, but you got a lot more protection with XRP than some of these other plays. Let me know down below what you think, though. Growth percentage from here to the top. Is XRP or is SWI going to have the higher growth? All right, every single bull run, I don't care when it is. We always hear about this guy. This dude threw away his hard drive, and now he wants to go digging through this landfill to recover $773 million worth of Bitcoin. Of course, the landfill goes, we're not going to let you do that. But here we are again. And that's usually an indicator that, crypto bull run is in full swing. As soon as this guy comes out of the woodworks trying to dig into the landfill, he's been carrying on about this for cycles and cycles and cycles. It's getting ready to really go crazy. You always see this James Hal. Watch, next time around, the next bull run, 3-4 years from now, you'll hear about this guy again. They ain't going to let him dig up that landfill, by the way. But we'll see. Maybe they will one of these days. Last one here. Today, DM Logic did a great video. I'll link it down below. But he's given his honest perspective about how he wished he would have taken more profits during the last bull run. And we see this meme here. Maybe I should have sold instead of taking some screenshots. Look, crypto's vicious. It's a 24/7, 365 market. It's one of the toughest out there to trade. We think we know it all, and then we find out we know nothing every single time. But I think he has some great perspective. Watch that video and just think about your own portfolio and some of the stuff you want to accomplish this bull run. It is a wild ride. It goes by very quickly. and there will be highs and lows all the way along. I think it gives us some great real world advice there from prior runs. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.